Welcome to the Man Show.
Welcome, everybody, to the Man Show, Episode 8. This episode of the Man Show is supported by Amazon Free Time. Amazon Free Time is great for kids ages 3 to 12. It offers access to over 13,000 kid-friendly books, educational apps, games, movies, and TV from top brands like Disney, Nickelodeon, PBS, Amazon Originals for Kids, and more. It also gives you the ability to personalize each kid's experience with profiles and best-in-class parental controls, with features such as time limits and smart filters to ensure content is age-appropriate, and also a Learn First mode, which requires educational goals are met before cartoons can be accessed, as well as a bedtime mode to shut down on time every time. Sign up for Amazon Free Time today at freetime.noobs.gg. Alright guys, we've got a special episode of the Man Show in store for you guys today, so I hope you enjoy it. I am accompanied today by Eric.
Hey.
Critter.
What's up, everybody?
And I, of course, am Kearthe. Eric, man, it's been a minute. We've missed you on the Man Show. What you been up to, bud?
Yeah, well, while I've been gone, I actually was making preparations. I guess the biggest news, I'll be moving in about a month to Tampa, Florida.
Awesome.
So I'm going to be busting down your door.
Yeah, you're going to be right down the road, buddy.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's pretty much the biggest. Still gearing up next month. I'm looking to start at Western Governors University for software development.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds like a lot, but
yeah, well, it's a lot of work, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't envy you moving, man. It's fun.
Please, it's easy. I don't have a whole lot to move, so
Yeah.
it's not too bad. Yeah, I'm throwing it all in a U-Haul and pulling up a trailer to take the car down, and that's it.
So, growing up, I moved a lot with my
same.
family. You know, everyone, I tell people how many times I've moved and stuff, they're usually like, oh, your parents were military, huh? I'm like, nope, they weren't.
Yeah. Oh, dude, yep.
Yeah, I feel your pain. My wife can never stay settled in a house. For the last 6 years, we've bought 5 different houses. I don't think I have friends that are willing to help me move anymore, so I gotta start paying movers, I guess.
It's funny you mentioned that. It's one of the things my father always taught me as a kid is you find out who your friends are when they show up to help you on moving day. Well, that's awesome, man. I'm excited for you to be a little closer. I know I'm personally looking forward to that. So cool. And if there's anything you need, of course, with the move, just let me know. Critter.
Yeah, will you help me move?
Yeah, I'll help you move.
All right, I guess we are really friends.
Yeah, man. I got you. Hey, Critter, what's been up with you, bud?
Oh, man, just same old family and work stuff. I did get into the closed beta for the new PUBG map this past week, so I did a lot of that. It's a lot of fun. It's about a quarter of the size of the current map. It's more along the line of a Fortnite. They did a lot of good improvements I think a lot of people are really happy about. You can outrun the circle for a change, so that's nice. The loot drops were insane. Instead of running around for 20 minutes with a shotgun trying to find a rifle, you go in one house and you can find 3 ARs, 200 rounds, level 3 geared, ready to go. So you can spend more time actually looking for people and shooting stuff instead of trying to duck and dodge so you can find some gear. But did some of the Rocket League tourneys when it would let me, when it wouldn't bug out and have people fall out or one of the teammates fall out. But that's really it, man. I tried to get as much of that PUBG map done as possible because it was only for a week and then there's still no release date. So did that. Tried to farm for some battle points for some of the new weapon skins just to find out that they're all ugly as sin. So I'm done with that.
I saw some jokes posted about that on like Reddit. It was just like someone just took all the weapons into paint and then just like painted over them.
Yeah, it's and not even good paint. It's just I don't know. It's like somebody sneezed on them.
Was that on the test server or is that live?
The skins are live.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like, man, that sounds horrible. I wonder if they were like placeholder images or something on the test server. But never mind then. Way to go, Bluehole.
Yeah, it's actually funny. I saw a little meme that came out shortly after that. basically had a couple guys sitting around the office, apparently like the blue hole conference table, and people were like, small map, weapon skin, and one guy's in the back, his head like bashed in his desk. He's like, how about some servers that don't crash, stuff like that. But it was pretty funny. I think they're finally trying to catch up and understand what people love about Fortnite and kind of make some changes, or at least make some other options. I mean, the big maps are still fun and all, but sometimes you just want to jump in and shoot people, not spend 45 minutes. You'd rather spend 20 minutes. So,
Yeah,
So
I would say Fortnite probably took a good bit of their player base.
yeah, and I mean, and there's still always going to be a place because they're not the same game by any means. I mean, the fact that they're both, battle royale, jump in, find some gear. They don't play the same whatsoever. So there's still a place for both of them. So it's cool to see that PUBG is just kind of taking some of the ideas, like smaller maps, loot, things like that, but still keeping the core game, which I do enjoy. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. Unfortunately, there's no release date, so who knows when it'll drop, but it's something to look forward to.
Absolutely. And speaking on battle royales, if you are a game developer and you're listening to this podcast for some reason, please, we don't want every game to be a battle royale. I'm begging you.
Oh, you're way too late on that, man. You saw there's a new one actually coming like around now. It's called Darwin Project.
Haven't heard it.
I caught it on like my was the like discovery queue on Steam. And that's it. It's just looking to be another battle royale.
Goodness gracious, man.
I know.
Battle royale's like the meme of gaming right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to do it.
And even if it's not a battle royale game, they're putting a patch that includes it, like Division. They put something similar with that survival mode. And
did they really?
yeah, it's kind of like you have a mission and you jump, you start out and you find gear. You have to do things to stay warm, to stay alive. It's
Wow.
not exactly the same, but it's close enough that you get it.
Yeah. Yeah, even Dying Light, which is like a single player co-op zombie survival game, is getting a battle royale.
Bandwagon.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Well, I stand by my message. If you're a game developer listening to the Man Show, thank you for listening. We love your work on games, but if you're working on another battle royale, please just stop.
Oh man, so what you're saying is I should stop work on my battle royale board game?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, oh
Immediately.
man, but I was really looking to change the game.
Monopoly Battle Royale edition.
Monopoly Battle Royale. 10 out of 10 game of all years.
That's funny.
Oh man. Well, I know I have had a crazy week, man. I went way too hard this week, man. I had to take a nap every day after work, and actually on Friday, the wife and kids went out to do some stuff. We had the dungeon crawl planned, and I took a short nap immediately after work because I was exhausted from the week, and I slept like 6 hours and slept past the beginning of the dungeon crawl. So sorry about that, everybody, but I know we didn't really get a whole lot of response in terms of bosses, so it would have been a relatively short event. So we may take a little time off with the dungeon crawl and bring it back, a couple months down the line or something like that. I haven't decided yet, but my sincerest apologies for that. But going hard all week. Tournaments dropped and the Triumph crates are out. Excited about that. The atomizer is really dope. The hypnotic wheels I actually like better than the most of the previous exotic wheels that have ever come out. And of course, I'd like to get the car just to add to my collection. I have one of every car from the crates and stuff as it is. So I like having those, even though I really only use Octane. I'm not sure why, but what about you guys? Anything you're excited about in the Triumph crates?
The car mainly, like you said. Just I collect them anyway. That's really the only thing I care to collect is the bodies. Yeah. What about you, Critter?
Yeah, too. I mean, I get the cars just to have. I play 2 cars, mainly one, 90% of the time being Octane. But I would. There's actually a couple of things I like. I like the EKG boost. It's kind of and I actually like the Dissolver Black Market decal. it's got a little motion to it, but it's not gaudy. And the Dio wheels, they're kind of cool. I like. I'm a big plain wheel kind of person with
Yep.
like a slight color. So I like that. And they're base black, so that really goes with a lot of different things. I usually tend to steer towards darker colors. So that works. That would work good for most of my setups. So there's a few things that I would actually like out of this one. So I see myself definitely rolling some of the crates, just to be disappointed, I'm sure, but I'll still try.
About the boost trail though, I think that's actually my biggest problem. Like with how do I like with customizations? Most people go cars like, oh, they always go back to Octane. Like I have the biggest problem with boosts because of the sound. It screws me up. I accidentally had, I think I had the one of the Rocket League rewards boosts on, and I didn't know, I forgot how to play. Just because the sound was so off from using the boost. So like for me, I just have to use standard boosts nowadays.
I'm exactly the same. I've gotten some of the the desired boosts, and actually had a couple people from time to time done some trading with. I don't do a lot, but got some really cool boosts, some painted boosts, and some of the rare ones. But I always end up going back to standard because of the sound.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
the sound does mess me up too. It's weird.
What about you, Kearthe? Does that kind of stuff bug you, or are we just weird?
A little bit, I don't know that it throws off my game, but I would say boost is what I have the hardest time with when I'm customizing my car, trying to find something that I like, that fits, that matches. And then there's a lot that are kind of cool looking, but they just have, I don't know, they have like a weird, just a weird sound to them
Yeah.
that I don't like. So I can kind of understand where you're coming from with the boost, but I don't think it messes up my game. I mean, not much really messes up my game. It's really hard to mess up my game any worse than I do on my own. So
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't need any help messing up, and for the boosts, even like flamethrower at certain angles with the camera setups that I have, sometimes the boost blocks my vision. So if I do anything besides standard, it's always like streamline laser beams kind of thing.
yeah, now that I have had a problem with too, with some boosts where they kind of block my visibility, and I don't use certain boosts for that reason. I can't think of any by name, but yeah, that I've experienced. But yeah, man. So that was exciting. However, with the Triumph crates coming out, I have done very little to earn one because I've basically just been doing like back-to-back Rocket League tournaments like every night of the week, which has been an absolute blast. So thanks to all you guys for coming out and partaking in that. Streamed basically every day this week, and while I was streaming, we did tournaments and more tournaments, which doesn't reward Triumph crates, but was an absolute blast. Also, as part of the streaming, got involved in some raiding, and had some very positive experiences with raiding streams on Twitch. I know last week Blue posted a stream in Discord, and a bunch of us all went in there and checked it out, and was actually this dude that he was streaming literally his first hours of playing Rocket League ever, and like 8 of us went in there. And we wound up getting involved in an in-house with this guy and one of the other viewers, and we were just playing in-house chaos, having a blast, and it was super positive experience. And that dude was really really good at Rocket League for his first couple hours. Um, but that said, also ending one of the streams one night, we rated and supported a Twitch streamer that I came across who's kind of overcoming a little bit of a dark place in his life and found some positivity through streaming and so on and so forth. And yeah, I just wanted to show him some love and support, and kind of support his cause, if you will. Mental health just seems to be like a very prevalent issue in gaming, just in general. And I know you guys know we've talked about it to some extent. I really would like to see us get involved in some charity work at some point this year, but I know we have a lot to do to kind of keep working towards that and so many other things that we want to do. So we'll keep working towards that for one day. But beyond that, we did some planning and started the initial steps for creating a M.A.N commercial with Maple, and I think Maple and Slim Jim are working on something. I'm gonna produce a little short as well when I get an opportunity in the next week or two, and then I had my 7-year anniversary with my wife. We celebrated that this weekend. She's like, "Nope, it's up to you. What are we gonna do? You come up with it. I always do." Man, I struggled and struggled and struggled and thought about it and thought about it, and I mean, we didn't really have a lot of a lot of opportunities for like a babysitter or anything like that. My oldest was gone for the weekend, and so I was trying to figure it out, and I came up with the ye old basic take her to her favorite restaurant, maybe a movie, something like that. Just enjoy a little night on the town with our daughter in tow. Something that she could be a part of. And she's like, "Nah, I don't really like that." I was like, "Well, shit, what do you want to do? Like, I mean, there's a tournament, we can play Rocket League." She was like, "Can we stream it?" And I was like, "Are you serious?" And so we streamed our 7-year anniversary taking part in the Mandy Cap tournament this weekend, and I even got my wife to commentate on the finals.
And her commentary was flawless.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I know I did.
There was a lot about Kansas car color and
She's like, "Oh, I really want Kanzo and I like his car color. Oh wait, but look at Braided Axe's wings."
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, but she actually had a little bit too much to drink, and I think the spectating from the games with the cameras going back and forth kind of gave her a little bit of a motion sickness vibe or whatever. I mean, she didn't actually get sick, but shortly after, I think she commentated me 1v1ing cracking puns, and we even 2v1 him at one point, and then she's like, "All right, I gotta call it a night," So I kind of wrapped up the stream, went in to check on her, and she was passed out, and I woke her up like, "Everything all right?" And she's like, "Yeah, just I don't feel super well, so I want to lay down. I'm kind of dizzy." So I think that combination of the camera changes and drinking and so on, but she woke up the next morning with a smile on her face and said she had a really great time, and she even mentioned like, "Well, I'd like to play Rocket League maybe with people that aren't so much better than me. So maybe we'll get her to get involved in Rocket League in the community. That would certainly be awesome." But speaking of the Mandy Cap Challenge, huge congrats to Cons and Tempest for actually winning the tournament. I thought that particular tournament went really, really well. Beer and Bratwurst sent me some info afterwards. He kind of looked at the statistics and how things played out this time versus last time. And the lower ranked teams actually won the exact same amount of games as the higher ranked teams. So I would say it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Playing in it felt really fair. All the games that I went up against.
Yeah, I know. Personally, I felt pretty bad with my wife being on the team. We factored her as a bronze 1 since she only had ever played, maybe like an hour and a half with Critter's wife last July when they were down. So our handicap spread was pretty redonkulous. But going into I think one of the last round, I think we played Braided Axe and Classic Style, and they were like, "Oh my God, we gotta beat you by 12. This is never gonna happen," and they beat us like 19-2. So I think it worked out fairly well, and we actually did win some games. I think we went like 2-3, so that was pretty positive. But also in other news, speaking of Braided Axe, he is now officially a member of Team M.A.N NA2, and he is going to be working with Blue to nail down the final 2 members. We're hoping to have an announcement on that sometime this week. Just depends on the completion of round 2 of the tryouts. There was actually 16 original applicants, so it's taken a bit longer than originally anticipated to sort of align schedules. But we want to give everybody a fair shake and compose the team hopefully in the coming weeks.
Awesome.
And speaking of competitive Rocket League, RLCS was pretty exciting this week. I caught some of it, not a whole lot. But I was kind of thumbing through the statistics earlier, and I found it very interesting. There's actually 2 undefeated teams in RLCS, one in NA and one on the OCE side. So NRG is currently 5-0, and the Chiefs in OCE are 4-0. according to the website. So that's pretty cool. And coming up next week, there's going to be a huge game, man. NRG is actually going to be playing against Cloud9. They're the seeds 1 and 2 in NA. That will be a game you don't want to miss. And Cloud9 actually getting their first loss to G2 over the weekend as well.
Yeah, I got to watch most yesterday's and today's, and I really G2 really showed out yesterday when they were playing. They beat Rogue the first game of the day, and then they beat Cloud9 the second game, and it's really a swap in roles than what you're typically used to seeing with G2 if you watch a bunch. Usually Rizzo's their anchor, and GMaps is their scorer, and Crow plays around midfield and things like that. And they're really known for their passes, so that you kind of get into a rhythm with that. Two people usually get really in tune with each other. But they were having a tough time in prior weeks, but this weekend they kind of shifted, and Crow kind of moved up, take a little more shots. Rizzo was playing more up, and J-Naps was actually doing a lot of defensive plays, making a lot of saves and things like that. It really worked out for him. Crow made a bunch of shots. Rizzo had some crazy, single plays where, off backboard reads and things like that. So yeah, they played really well compared to what you expected at a pass play. No missed shots, no bad rotations. Everything went flawless, and ultimately led to them beating Cloud9, which most people who watch, including the anchors for Rocket League, everybody had Cloud9 winning hands down. But G2 really showed out. It was nice to see. It was nice to see them come back and play really well.
Absolutely. Congratulations to those guys. Also, on the EU side, really the only thing I caught there was F3 actually swept Gale Force, winning Game 3 in overtime. So congrats to those guys. And then, of course, the other thing I noticed is my Twitter feed seemed to be on fire about Rocket League servers. Really have no idea what that was about. I didn't get to watch as much as I wanted, so I don't know, if there was some things that happened or went down during the tournament. Did you guys catch any of that or know what any of that's about?
I didn't see anything Saturday. I haven't heard about it until just recently, but I didn't see anything Saturday that stood out. I saw some unique ghost hits today watching EU stuff that you don't typically see during the pro matches. But obviously there was something. I mean, if the pros are spitting it out there, then something took place. I just never saw anything. I never saw any high pings, but you don't get to see the scoreboard all the time. It's just every so often when they pop it up, everybody's ping looked good, but that really wouldn't show you any kind of lag spikes or anything like that. So
yeah, I don't know if it's just one of those cases where sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the oil or whatever, but I feel like I saw like maybe 5 different postings in my Twitter feed about server issues or people making statements like, hey, I'm not gonna blame the servers for having a bad week. I need to step up my game, but that implied to me that maybe others were blaming servers. I couldn't find any information about it at all. So if you guys saw anything or know what the flames are all about, what's going on, let us know.
Yeah, I could really see. I mean, when you get to that level and you're playing so fast and everything's so precise, the slightest little hiccups in servers could make a big difference for those guys.
Well, with that, I'm gonna move on to this week in M.A.N.
Help support The M.A.N Show by signing up for Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime members get access to free games and game discounts every month, as well as free in-game loot for many of the most popular game titles. You also get a free monthly Twitch channel subscription, an exclusive Prime badge, and ad-free viewing of Twitch streams. Best of all, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get Twitch Prime for free. Activate your Twitch Prime subscription today at prime.noobs.gg.
So let's talk about what's happening this week in M.A.N. Last week we put up a Name That Noob contest, if you will, on Twitter, and everybody submit a bunch of names. So we will be putting a poll up on Twitter for you guys to vote on your favorite names, and we will give that noob in our logo a name for fun. So be sure to check for that poll and cast your vote on the name you like best. Also coming up, we will be doing a special giveaway this month for M.A.N card holders. It will be a titanium white octane. Be giving that away on 4/28 on Twitch, 7 p.m. Eastern. The giveaway will close, and then we'll stream it 9:30 p.m. Eastern as usual towards the end of the month. So M.A.N card holders, thank you very much for your support, and be sure to enter that contest on our website, middleagednoobs.com, or you can also get to the website by typing noobs.gg in your web browser. Also, any Twitch subscribers, if you guys have not redeemed your canes for a M.A.N card membership or to upgrade your M.A.N card membership, this may be a great time to do that if you're interested in trying to win a titanium white octane. So be sure to type !rewards in the Twitch stream to learn more about how to redeem for your opportunity to either upgrade your existing M.A.N card or get one altogether if you're a Twitch subscriber. Any questions, of course, you guys can always hit me up on Discord as well. When you redeem those M.A.N cards through the loyalty and rewards program on Twitch, please give me about 24 hours to get your M.A.N card activated on the website, as it is a bit of a manual process that I'll have to add that ability, but you'll need to have that, and I'll also need to know your website username if it's different, so that way I can add that ability and add you as a M.A.N card holder on the website, so you'll gain access to be able to enter the giveaway. But like I said, you can hit me up, Kearthe, on Discord if you have any questions or any problems, or you can reach me via email, kearthe@middleagednoobs.com. Also coming up this weekend, we're going to have the MCCS Saturday 4/14 at 7 p.m. Eastern. And during the middle of the week, we are going to have our first ever show of the M.A.N Album Club, Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. So be sure to check that out. Join Jabanko, Grumpy Old Man, and myself Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, where we will be listening to an album that we've chose and just kind of discussing the album and maybe some music stuff in general. Should be a good time, so be sure to stop in and check that out. And then Tuesday night, we have the M.A.N Mixer at 9 p.m. Eastern, so that'll be back this week. And the House of Diamonds Monday at its regular time, 4/9. So be sure to check out upcoming events for more details on that. And then also a very special Friday the 13th edition of Dungeons and Dragons with Okapi. So be sure to check out that channel, and also posted in the bot is the sign up links for that. So be sure to get with Okapi if you haven't made a character yet to get that done and get signed up for Dungeons and Dragons with Okapi for Friday the 13th. Also, just wanted to take a minute and give a special shout out. It's really important to us that we recognize all of our supporters. So to all of you that are M.A.N card holders or Twitch subscribers, I just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for giving us your financial support, and everyone else for being members of the community. Without all of you guys, we wouldn't be able to keep up our giveaways and improving what we're doing for all of you guys. So greatly appreciate that. And also just wanted to give a special thanks to Kearthe for everything he's contributed to the community, the House of Champions, and the wonderful streams that we've all got to watch. We'll keep you guys up to date on what happens next with the House of Champions. I believe Hyena is going to continue. That is what the hope and plan is, but Kearthe will actually be moving at the end of the week to Cape Verde. So, we just wanted to take a minute to wish you the best on your new journey. And until we meet again, brother, stay safe, be good, and we will certainly miss you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thanks, Kearthe.
And that'll do it for episode 8 of The M.A.N Show. Thanks, everybody, for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful week. See you on the pitch. Oh, and Critter says bye, too.
Middle-aged Noobs thanks you for listening to The M.A.N Show. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe for the latest Man news and event announcements.